officially say, right, because we're just peacekeepers, but I can tell you that people hated them. I just got killed so fast. People hated them, and so they disappeared with like the very first day. Remember what the thread was? So I'm only assuming because people hated it so much, that's why they took them out.
Well, fair enough. No,
you could disable it in settings. So.
Yeah.
People didn't like it whatsoever. Like, remember that thread? It was like 20 pages long on how people hated it.
Oh, well, fair enough.
But remember, that's not official. That's just my personal opinion. That's what happened.
Cheers, Will.
Otherwise, they would have had it back in by now, I'm sure, because it was already made. To me personally, I don't want a game to be made like Call of Duty. I don't want bring back the life in PvP. I don't want all those stupid awards on my screen. I don't want the red outlines of being killed on the side of the screen or shot at. That's too Call of Duty for me. If I want Call of Duty, I'll go play Call of Duty.
The thing is, Call of Duty, you have multiple lives. As you die, you respawn.
I hate that.
In Armored Warfare, you don't respawn.
Yeah.
War Thunder, why you respawn?
I don't like the respawn thing. It's too makes it even more fake. Like,
it's an arcade game, so I don't really mind it.
I would if they add it in PvP that you respawn, I would stop playing.
Respawn, but that's a different thing. I mean, just like accommodation and stuff, I don't mind it at all.
But yeah, it's too Call of Duty style.
Honestly, in my eyes, commendations are just you participated, have an award.
User joined your channel.
I mean, it's already in game, but you just don't
many users have joined our channel.
Yeah, but there's a special there's special awards you get in game that they're harder to get. Like some of the achievements, like kill 1,000 TDs with an MBT, with something like that. So they're harder to get. So that's okay, and you don't see it pop up on your screen every time you do stuff like that. That's just my personal opinion, though. I just don't like them.
Hi, Stalin.
Silent Stalker's giving us the silent treatment.
Yeah, he is.
Hi, Silent.
Hi guys, sorry, I was on the phone just.
No worries.
No worries, buddy. I'm dead. Okay.
You dead again.
Oh, I die all the time. Let me be.
Yeah. Me and him both just died. Our team failed horribly.
GG.
Any Dutch-speaking people in this chat, by the way?
Sorry?
Any Dutch-speaking people in the chat? In the
ja, inderdaad. Ik ben ook van België.
Oh, goeiedag.
And now they're going to insult us all in Dutch while we can't actually know what they're saying.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Even though we're under the heading English-speaking community.
I backed out, right?
Yeah.
Lots of questions.
Yeah, definitely.
So many answers.
And nobody is here to give them.
Well, most of the people that come in online are NA devs, so they're probably just getting out of bed.
No, I left a message to them and asked where they are, so.
An aggressive message. Get online!
Yeah. Freitag was off sick yesterday, so I don't know if he's actually at work today or at home.
Freitag is coming, but he won't stay long. Although, maybe if he can't come, Drew or Wharton will jump in.
Yeah.
I'm watching a video of a mouse being chased by cat being chased by a mouse.
I see you're using your life productively.
Yeah.
To be honest, if I was being chased by something that was 188 tons, I think I'd run as well.
Well,
okay, you won that one.
when I was in the army, we had a competition. Whoever could, remember, this is old school, before politically correct. We had a competition who could pick up the ugliest or the biggest, fattest girl. So we had, heavy girls chasing guys around. Yeah.
What?
Was it
Yeah,
competition?
well, you're weird.
Did you ever try to make them fall over? To create a couple of earthquakes or something?
Oh,
get them drunk.
Spitfire.
You get them drunk and they fall over.
Yeah. And they rock themselves to sleep.
Oh,
So what would happen is, I know you guys all want to hear this story. So what would happen is everybody would put $5 in a pot, and there'd be like, 100 people, like the whole company, like the whole squadron of tanks. And so everybody would put $5 in, and whoever had the ugliest or the biggest girl at the end of the weekend would win all the money. And everybody would vote on who had the ugliest or the biggest girl. And but the key was you had to treat the girl the whole weekend like a princess. You had to, be nice to, like everything. That was all part of the deal. Yeah, and you should see, guys went all over the place to find these girls.
And how much money was
Aw.
involved? The winner would get like $500, $600.
Nice.
And this is 20 years ago. This is 20 years ago. So it's like $1,000 Canadian now. So it's 500 Canadian is like 400, 350 euros.
That still goes on in
your channel.
British Army.
England. Will,
Yeah.
it's called pull a pig.
so, well,
Yeah.
since you're Canadian, did you ever apologise?
Oh yeah, afterwards, yeah. Sorry that you're fat and ugly, but I'm winning $500.
Did she
It's,
apologize?
Still not worth
it's
it,
about
man.
500 Canadians, about 260 pounds in Britain.
Yeah.
Hey, so do you reckon he could actually like afford a Frodo with that money? Given that the price of like a really small bar of chocolate in this country has gone up by 400% in the last 3 years.
Well, if he buys a crowbar with it and then go steal the car, then yes, he can afford it.
So you go all of that trouble, all the money and the car to buy a small chocolate bar, and they say people don't go far these days.
That was one of the crazy things we did back in the army too.
It's about €340.
Yeah.
You were in a armored division.
Yeah. I was in Canadian Tanks Regiment. I was in the 8th Canadian Hussars. Same as my battalion name on Europe and North America. I was a commander for a Leopard tank.
Leopard 1A5.
Yeah, the Canadian version.
The
C1.
C5.
C1.
The C1. Will we see it in game sometime for the future?
I hope premium, because the
Yes.
Canadian, the C2 Leopard has Mexus armor, and
Yes.
it has the higher velocity shells. So it could be a tier. I think, in my mind, it should be a tier 6 premium.
It should replace the 1A5.
Yeah.
It's much better.
And with side skirts. With side skirts.
What countries still use the 1A5 or derivatives of it?
A lot.
I'd say
Portugal.
it's one of those ones
Brazil.
which it works for most countries because nobody's expecting to go up against modern armor anymore, because wars between nations, certainly Western nations who can afford high-tech main battle tanks, the wars don't happen anymore.
Yeah.
I think India has them.
Portugal.
No, India's running its own native design now, isn't it?
Yeah.
I believe that the Indians have 2A6s in the army.
No, they got a lot of Russian tanks.
T90s and stuff.
And they have old Centurions that they redid, right?
They made the Argent 1 and 2 project and canceled it because it was too expensive.
Yeah. There's a lot of countries still use Leopard 1s. I think Greece and Turkey both use them still.
It's like a lot of countries still using sort of T16, T70 era tanks as well.
Yeah.
Do you think the Macabre should be downgraded to a tier 6? Because I do. Because I just.
At the moment, yes.
If you look at it historically, it should be a
definitely
tier 5. If you look at it historically, it should be a tier 5, the same tier as the tanks that were made at the same time, like the M60. It's from that age, right?
Well, the Makavas replaced the Centurions in Israeli service, so yeah, it should be around about equivalent to a chieftain in that case.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They should be like a tier 5 if you go historically.
Maybe a tier 6 because the Merkava 1 was the one that officially replaced the Centurions in action.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorted down that area.
Wow, I just did 600 damage in the M109 against the Gwazika. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, what's up?
Have
Can
done
I say can I say RT is too OP in this game?
No.
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 Yes, it is.
No.
Yes.
When they see 2 DB, my tag in a game,
Yeah.
I should expect at least 5 or 6 shells from RTs. Just
2 DB?
because 2 DB, my tag in
Okay.
Europe. So every time I chase them down,
Yeah.
Well,
I
here's
kill
the
them.
thing: an artillery very rarely does more damage than a typical main battle tank shell.
yes, but the MBT is in front. Not
Yeah,
back.
that's cute.
Yeah.
You cannot fire back at RT when it sits on the flag and camps there. Bad.
No, but the arty struggles to hit anything if it's moving, though.
Of course, hits me on the move because can calculate the ballistics so easily with this fast flying
Yeah,
And
shells.
of course, it's much easier to avoid.
Yeah, it's so. Honestly, if you get hit by RT, it's mostly your fault.
Yeah,
It's,
Yeah.
That's an
it's,
easy
it's,
answer.
it's mostly splash damage, in my opinion.
I was
It's
going to
like-
say,
like
if you're
50 to
taking more
200
than
damage.
about 150 damage a shell from artillery
Yeah.
regularly, there's something not quite right in the playstyle, I would say.
Or
Yeah,
just
like
riding
the
a
1K
chieftain,
damage
in which
destroys
case
your
you can't
engine.
really avoid it. The chieftain is probably the only tank that actually has trouble with RT.
You know, the
Yeah,
problem
that's
with
because you've got to get
RT
used to the mindset of pre-planning your positioning a lot more in the chieftain. If when you're pulling into a position, you look for where you can pull into. As soon as that RT warning goes off, then RT is not a huge problem even in the chieftain.
I play on North America normally, but I come over every day and play a couple games with M109. I'm just talking about M109, and M109s just destroy main battle tanks, especially when there's 2 in a platoon. Me and Rydek may or may not platoon together
All the time.
We might be doing it right now, in fact. And tier 4 artillery will destroy all. If you're coordinated, they will destroy everybody. It's just
Well,
Well,
you
then
forget
that's
you
2 or
forget
more
one
vehicles
very-
firing at one
yeah.
tank.
Yeah, and you forget one very important thing. Tier 4, you're going
Yeah.
up against new players.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, yeah, we know
really
that.
that you can't really judge RT by that.
Call them newbies, not noobs.
And I said that right at the start. I said tier 4. So yeah, I know.
So can
Ooh,
we
yeah.
ask some questions?
I got the kill.
Yeah, I nearly killed him there. That was
The
4
ones that we
kills.
can answer, I don't know what Silent Stalker is doing at the moment.
He's down in the Czech community.
He's down in the Czech community, so at the moment the my.com members I think I hear are just me and Shadow. Is that right? Anybody else?
I wanted to ask about the matchmaker. If can be something can be done because really it's very very bad. In a PvP situation, it's horrible when you
It's
get
not the matchmaker at
defeats
all,
with
it's the teams itself.
14-0s, 13-0s. This is
people
not
are
okay.
bad, that's the problem. People are not
Here's
able
the
to play
thing.
the game right.
What's
But
the question?
here's the thing: if you don't want the matchmaker to give you such games, then the matchmaker has actually to rig the games, and that's something people don't want.
Indeed.
And don't forget, there's one thing the matchmaker simply can't influence, and that's the human element. You can have
Well,
a team of
It's
all.
not quite so, because if you look at the teams at the beginning of the games, then you can 90% at least can tell from the beginning of the game who will win. I
No,
got
that's not true.
yesterday.
Absolutely not true.
Believe me, I got yesterday in the enemy teams there was 8 T-14 Armata and 6 Challenger 2 Tier 10.
So
In our team we have mixed of tanks, so it was impossible to win. We lost 13-0.
But if you see the stats for today for the tier 10 tanks, the Challenger 2 ADU is the winner. Clearly, the winner.
On
Yeah,
air
the
tanks.
ADU they are looking based from what I read on that news piece. They are looking to tweak the ADU to take into account the fact that it's doing a couple of % better in just about every metric.
It's being given an actual weak spot.
It's on the Russian server, not on the European.
It's
It's
not
maybe
actually
not
being
the same
given a weak
stats.
spot.
Well, I think
If
it
it
is.
No, it really isn't. You can only penetrate it with tier 10 guns, and even then you have to hit it flat on.
No,
and it's
I'm
only
sorry,
gonna-
I have penetrated it with an Ariete.
Yeah, but the Ariete has pretty good penetration.
Less than a T90.
Was that from the
I
back?
was going to say it's still a tier 8.
I can actually answer you which vehicle has the best gun because I made a spreadsheet about that not so long ago.
For what? Best gun for what?
Per tier.
Best gun against challenges with ATU, T14 Armata.
Hold on. Yeah, the Armata is, I believe
Can
that all the other
penetrate the
guns...
Newport storage ring.
Hold on, give me a second.
Draco
That's the
behind
most
any
brutal
tank.
thing.
The Draco
Best
from the
tank
rear
on
of any
tier 8
tank.
is the T90. On tier 9 is the T90 MS in penetration.
Yeah, it is tier 7. I only have for tier 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s. T80
T7
is
is
for tier
T80.
7, best AP, and then the Type 92 for pen. The tier 8 T90 for our average, average AP, and then the Ariete for pen. Tier 9's T90 MS hands down for both, and then the Armata both for tier 10.
Yeah, as I
So,
said.
yeah, the Russians clearly have a bit of a...
I do think they need to nerf that turret on that Armata because there's a green spot on there which you cannot pen. That's
We're
on
talking
the
about the
left-hand
area
side
with
of
the
the
gun.
Again, Ariete, I managed to penetrate the turret of the Armata.
I made a weak spot guide for this.
So it was a
Where I
very
obviously
spicy
show you
meatball.
where to pen it.
With hull modifiers, the Armata has over 1200 millimeters of armor for AP, so
yeah, that's just
quite a lot.
yeah. They need to do something with that because
That's with hull modifiers because it has a hull modifier of 2 point something.
better than a Challenger. I'm sure it is.
Challenger for the turret, it has 953 in the front, 933 in the sides, and 359 in the rear. That's with the hull modifiers. Basic is 465, 455, and 175. Front, sides, and rear.
Sorry.
So one more thing. Rockets in low tier. That's also a very annoying thing because MBTs got no APS and you got full damage. And I don't know. Firstly, damage from the rockets is too big, and second, you got no means of protecting yourself.
Yeah,
Especially when an AVV, which I consider is very OP, he spots you, he designates you, and then he shoots shoot at you with a rocket, and you get I don't know 800, 900 damage in one shot, and you have maybe 2000 HP totally. So
Shouldn't be
rocket and
possible
you're
to do
out.
that in one shot.
ATGMs are very easy to defeat. Just
Yes.
use your ASD keys. If you get hit by hit and penetrated by a rocket, you're either driving a Leo 2AV, which just simply cannot defeat rockets unless it gets super RNG, or you just simply
One
suck.
question. Does the 2AV not have APS?
No, it doesn't.
You don't get
No.
the APS onto the full-blown Leopard 2.
Doesn't even have
I
composite
got
armor.
hit, for example, I got hit
Uh,
in Leo
2 AVs
2AV.
also only got a steel turret front.
Yeah,
so
completely rolled steel,
rockets
500
will
plus
generally go
rockets.
through the 2 AVs turret.
Yeah, Leo 2AV, the Ice Edition. It's very easy to penetrate with rockets. Or yesterday I played with Merkava and I got hit by a rocket from that new AVV rocket launcher, and I got almost 1100 damage, HP damage in one shot.
Oh,
Did
well,
it damage a
Merkava.
big model with that shot? Engine destroyed,
yeah.
set you on fire, but normally it's not possible.
the Merkava has multiple critical damage weak spots at the front.
Yeah,
so
it's,
Yeah, the Merkava's a joke.
Merkava, it's a joke.
I like
Frankly.
him. I like him.
I like him as a tank, but not
I can blame
as it is right now, because from the back it can be penetrated with high
User left your
explosive.
channel.
From tier 3 or 4, he can be penetrated from the
Tier
back.
2 HE will go through the back of the Merkava.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's because it has the an engine.
The engine sits in
there's
front,
something
in the
with
rear you
engine
have an
back there.
escape
The engines at
I
the
just
front,
did, yeah.
the engine vent for the Merkava is also a very low armor point and will be penetrated by just about anything as well.
Yeah, even the front, the bonnet above the engine is very penetrable. So overall, Merkava is very disappointing, frankly.
The turret is tough. If you stay hold down and use turret for your advantage, you can do well in this tank. It just needs tactics.
Yeah, I know, but you can always just stay hold down with this tank. Maybe sometimes you have to go charge
Face
or
fighting,
something.
then you also
The
can
problem-
not you.
The problem is the Merkava's got to deal with the Challenger.
User
And all
joined
the
your
challenge
channel.
does is just
Hello,
drive up
everyone.
to it and then start beating the daylights out of it from the sides.
Hello.
Chinchilla one needs this weak spot on the gunner side back then it's a different story.
I must admit, I don't know why they took that weak spot out. As somebody who loves playing the Challenger, I don't understand why they took that weak
I
spot
can
out.
answer that question. So many bad Jelly players completely nailed the win rate of this vehicle, so they decided to buff him. That's the reason, because everyone is rushing forward to get that vehicle and no one of them has an idea. And when you see the lane, it's so easy to get him in short time. And then we end up in so many bad Jelly players, they're exposing the sides and getting just wrecked doing nothing.
Yeah.
And then on the server states, the Jelly underperforming, let's do something about it. That's the reason. That's the reason why their Mata will be buffed. Pretty sure about this.
I'll say that the Challenger 2 is ADTU is a very noob-friendly vehicle.
Indeed.
You can
It
make
What
a
vehicle?
lot of mistakes in it and still live, unlike the other tier 10s when you'll probably get shredded.
What vehicle are we talking about?
The tier 10 Challenger.
Oh yeah.
Can I interrupt for a second? Can I see all the peacekeepers and forum mods in a room up top? I've got some information to pass on to you.
User
Just
left
sure.
everybody else, we'll just be 1 second. Let's go up to our room up top.
Channel switch. User joined your channel.
Ooh. What do you
User
reckon we'll be
joined
getting
your
told?
channel.
Just a second. Can you guys drag everybody else up?
Okay,
The other ones.
gonna grab myself a ride.
User
Yeah.
was moved
Hello,
to your
Rider.
channel.
Alright.
And now Sebastor,
User
or
was
what
moved
the
to your
fuck ever.
channel. User was moved to your channel.
Hello.
Right,
That's
no,
what my
Heavy.
Hello.
purpose in
User
here.
was moved to your channel.
Alright,
yeah.
Alright, that's
party about
everybody.
it.
So how
Is
come I
everybody-
don't have rights to enter
is
the
everybody here?
Peacekeeper?
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay, I just got
Yeah.
this message directly from Drew. I'm going to copy and paste it, okay? It's from Skype.
Could you repeat that? I didn't hear it.
He's copying and pasting a message into the chat.
Alright.
I mean, I know that Kevin, well, Fried Talk isn't gonna come, so.
Alright, so that's what I said. You guys can read what was said.
7 PM CST, it's... I don't know. Shadow, what time is it for
Central.
you?
Well, it's 1940, so that means it's 20 minutes before 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
Alright,
so
so-
we're 40 minutes over.
So there's the answer. So he's saying there's not going to be anybody here for the English community until 6 o'clock Pacific, which is the middle of the night for you guys. So take that information for whatever way you guys want. That's the freaking answer. And I just want to tell everybody.
Well,
Times.
Right,
It's
this is going to be
just-
fun.
So we'll have to use it into a giant chat channel then.
well, that's because for us it should have